After 20 years of John Woo's last film, he is back with Silent Night, which I wish I had never watched this film. It was such a wasting of time. Wanna know why? I have bunch of reasons for that, so stay with me. John Woo's new film, Silent Night, is a revenge thriller movie with such a predictable plot and no dialogues. The story sets at Christmas, when a couple lose their only son to a stray bullet, when a couple of cars full of gang members drive through their neighborhood while shooting at each other. The father runs after them, but one of the men, who I think was the leader, shot him in his neck, and the father lost his voice. After healing time in hospital, he decides to take revenge. This is an R-rated film for drug use and strong violence. And why I didn't like this film, I tell you my reasons. This is a face of a mother who recently lost his son and her husband got shot and lost his voice. Do you see any pain or sorrow? I don't see. Although the film was really trying to show the pain and sorrow in her eyes by some close shots of her eyes, which I couldn't find any pain or sorrow. I think she has a mocking smile in her face, which I didn't like it. It was really disgusting, I think. So the first reason is weak performance. But Joel Kinnaman's performance was really perfect. You could easily see the pain, grief, revenge in his eyes and in his face. He gives a really respectful performance. The second reason that I didn't like it at all was the film had no dialogues. Yes, the father lost his voice, he cannot speak, it's reasonable. But what about the others? Why they don't speak? It's really nonsense. And this not having a dialogue became more bothering when I found the plot so predictable. I would just keep checking the runtime to know just when this film is going to be finished. But John Woo believes that not having a dialogue in the film was really challenging. And the challenge was using new techniques and visuals to tell a story that audience could simply understand it. But I couldn't see any new techniques. If you see, just let me know. He said this film was my new experiment and all fighting scenes were completely real. And he wrapped up all fighting scenes just in 2 months. But to be honest, we had a little action in the opening scenes and then nothing till after 50 minutes. And during these times, he was just preparing himself for the revenge. In general, action scenes were visually good, but they were quite lame. You know, the father didn't know anything of fighting and he just learned it on YouTube. But gangster members, who they were completely prepared, they get shot and stabbed as if nothing has even touched them. It's so funny. Whole movie was disappointing from beginning to the end. And everything was nonsense. Nobody talks in the film. Why? For what? And other things either. Everything about this film is really unrealistic and nonsense. And it's shot in a low light, which making it really difficult to see anything about this film. I always thought John Wick is the most meaningless action film, but right after watching The Silent Night, I changed my idea. I think it was the worst action film ever. No script, unrealistic and irrational plot, weak performances, and it wasn't an action pack, it was a shit pack. Sorry for my language, but I feel pity for the time that I spent on watching this film. I think you won't like this film unless we have different tastes in films and you won't like my other reviews. The IMDb rate to this movie is 5.9, Rotten Tomato is 61 and Metacritic is 55, and my rate to this movie is just 1 out of 10. I hope you don't do my mistake on watching this film. There are hundreds of perfect films out there waiting for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please tap the subscribe button, then send it to your friends. If there's any question, any mistake or any suggestion, please let me know. Love you all. See you soon.